Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, we are from Group 10, which consists me, Rizka Sahala Askia, and my friend Nur Hasanah. Now, we will presentation our materials about language, skill, and components syllabus. Let's start! Okay, background. English language teaching, or ELT, textbooks play a very important role in language classrooms. In some situations, they serve as the basis for many language inputs the learners receive and language practice that occur in the classroom. They may provide the basis for the content of the lessons, the balance of skills being taught, and the kinds of language practice the students take part in. Materials should make students learn. They should also be the resource books for ideas and instructional activities as well as giving teachers rationales for what they do. In addition, materials also should be suitable with students' needs. Therefore, the textbooks being used in Indonesia for English as foreign language (EFL) in particular must go along with the EFL learners' needs. In EFL situation, students rarely have chances to use English outside the classroom. Consequently, English textbook seems to be the only source by which students receive input and the main material for both teachers and students to rely on as well. Indeed, teachers and students also need a source to be used as guidance in the classroom. Therefore, textbooks become the main sources on daily basis. However, textbooks must be used appropriately in order to achieve the objectives. Here are some of the rules of textbooks in teaching. Firstly, a textbook is an aid of teaching and learning. Hutchinson and Torres explain that textbooks is an almost universal element of teaching and guidance for a teacher, a memory aid for pupils, and a permanent record for measuring what has been learned. Secondly, a textbook can also become the supplement for teachers' instruction in classroom. Thirdly, a textbook for inexperienced teachers can provide ideas on kinds of materials and technique. In addition, a textbook can be the guidance for teachers in giving the systematic materials for the students. It is generally accepted that the role of the textbooks is to be at the service of teachers and learners but not to be their masters.
Materials evaluation atau evaluasi materi. Evaluasi bahan melibatkan pengukuran nilai atau nilai potensial dari seperangkat bahan pembelajaran dengan membuat penilaian tentang efek bahan pada orang yang menggunakannya. Dengan coba mengukur misalnya daya tarik materi bagi peserta didik, yaitu apakah materinya menarik. Yang kedua ada validasi materi, yaitu apakah materi yang diajarkan layak untuk diajarkan. Prinsip evaluasi bahan kebanyakan evaluasi oleh guru bersifat impresionistis. Dipercaya bagaimanapun bahwa evaluasi harus didorong oleh seperangkat prinsip yang diartikulasikan. Ada beberapa jenis dari material evaluation ini. Yang pertama, materials evaluation. Yang kedua, principle of materials evaluation. Yang ketiga, types of evaluation. Yang keempat, developing criteria for evaluation materials. Yang kelima, conducting materials evaluation. Material evaluation atau evaluasi prapenggunaan. Evaluasi prapenggunaan melibatkan membuat prediksi tentang nilai potensial bahan bagi penggunanya. Yang kedua, evaluasi saat menggunakan ini melibatkan pengukuran nilai bahan saat menggunakannya atau saat mengamati mereka digunakan. Ini lebih objektif dan andal daripada evaluasi prapenggunaan karena menggunakan pengukuran daripada prediksi. Beberapa hal yang dapat diukur adalah yaitu yang pertama, kejelasan instruksi, yang kedua, kejelasan tata letak, yang ketiga, kelengkapan teks, yang keempat, pencapaian tugas, Yang kelima, fleksibilitas bahan. Yang keenam, daya tarik materi. Dan yang terakhir, kekuatan motivasi dari materi. Yang ketiga, evaluasi pasca penggunaan. Evaluasi pasca penggunaan adalah jenis evaluasi yang paling berharga karena dapat mengukur efek aktual dari bahan pada pengguna. Yang keempat, yaitu developing criteria for evaluation materials atau mengembangkan kriteria untuk mengevaluasi materi. Hal ini sangat berguna untuk mengembangkan satu set kriteria formal untuk digunakan pada evaluasi tertentu dan kemudian menggunakannya sebagai dasar untuk mengembangkan set lainnya. Awalnya ini menuntut dan memakan waktu, tetapi tidak hanya membantu Anda untuk memperjelas prinsip-prinsip pembelajaran dan pengajaran bahasa, tetapi juga memastikan bahwa evaluasi masa depan Anda sistematis, ketat, dan di atas segalanya berprinsip.
Materials adaptation. What is materials adaptation? Materials adaptation involves changing existing materials so that they become more suitable for specific learners, teachers, or situations. In preparation for a particular lesson, teacher may, for example, decide to use only part of a unit, add or delete text or activities, replace or supplement text or activities with one from the other sources when they teach this lesson. They make further on-the-spot changes in response to the learner's reactions. They might, for instance, shorten or lengthen an activity, skip an activity and go to the next one, change the order of activities. Reasons for adapting materials. Why do teachers adapt materials? It all starts with the teacher intuitively feeling something is not quite right. Teachers might feel uncomfortable because of a mismatch with A. Their teaching environment. The materials have not been designed for the cultural and ethnic diversity of your class. B. Their learners. The materials favor analytical learning styles. C. Their own preferences. The materials offer a lot of communicative activities, but a teacher first, she will lose control of the class by doing them. D. The course objectives. The materials focus on teaching grammar, but the course objective focus on helping learners to develop on communicative strategies. E. Material, yes. The text is interesting, but the activities are boring and do not seem fully exploit the text. Materials evaluation and adaptation. In Chapter 1, we emphasize the importance of articulating a set of principles before doing an evaluation in order to make it more systematic, principled, and rigorous. The principles included the teacher's own theories as well as learning theories based on research findings. Trying to write evaluation criteria helps teachers to articulate their subconscious beliefs. Principles of material adaptation. It is important that the process of materials evaluation, adaptation, and development are principled in that they derive from a critical examination of theories of language, language learning, and language teaching. Unlike materials evaluation, materials adaptation involves sequencing activities. In other words, teacher needs to consider how principles are realized in their teaching procedures. For example, one learning principle may say the processing of language is required for effective and durable learning. Other example of sequencing principles might include A. Reception before production. Provide rich, varied, and frequent exposure to language in use through listening and reading before inviting learners to speak and write. B. Start and end with learner. In order to achieve self-involvement, start with what learners know and connect their life to the new content, then end the unit with the learners. C. Listening before reading, meaning construction during reading is shown best. At lower levels, provide listening activities before inviting learners to read a text. Procedures of materials adaptation. What are the procedures of materials adaptation? The sequence of materials adaptation may be described as 1. Profiling of teaching context. 2. Identifying reasons for adaptation. 3. Evaluating. 4. Listing objectives. 5. Adapting. 6. Teaching. 7. Revision. Who does materials adaptation? People who adapt materials include A. Teacher. B. Materials writers. C. Publishers. D. Learners. What are the techniques for materials adaptation? The various techniques can be divided into three main categories in terms of quantity: plus, minus, or zero. Modification without changing quantity. Conducting materials adaptation. From experience, we have found the most effective way of conducting materials adaptation is to A. Have a bank of evaluation criteria that you can select from. B. Have a large bank of categories, materials that you can readily retrieve for adaptation. Your categories can be based on topics, activity types, teaching objectives. C. Have colleagues with whom you can share resources and who are willing to go through the adaptation process together. D. Have colleagues who are happy to give you feedback on your adapted materials. E. Be in an environment in which material evaluation, adaptation, and development are encouraged and teachers' time and efforts are acknowledged. F. Visit adapted materials and improve them.
Metode. Ada 9 masalah evaluasi buku teks dalam daftar periksa. Yang pertama, tata letak dan tampilan fisik. Yang kedua, konten. Yang ketiga, tujuan. Yang keempat, jenis bahasa. Yang kelima, keterampilan. Yang keenam, kegiatan dan tugas. Yang ketujuh, struktur dan kosakata. Yang kedelapan, nilai budaya. Dan yang kesembilan, kebutuhan guru.
Results and discussion: the layout and physical appearance of the textbooks. 1. The content of the textbooks. 2. The objectives of the textbooks. 3. The language type of the textbooks. The objectives of the textbooks. The results of analysis indicated that the objectives of the textbooks did not demonstrate the various levels of Bloom's taxonomy. In addition, the objectives did not recognize individual differences, nor did they suit the level of their learners. Also, the objectives could not be covered within the time allocated for the textbook.
Of the textbooks. Analisis ini menunjukkan bahwa guru setuju bahwa buku teks menyelesaikan item sebelumnya dengan cara yang baik. Jelas bahwa buku teks berisi daftar isi yang sesuai. Ini juga mencakup sebagian besar keterampilan bahasa. Selain itu, konten tidak bertentangan dengan keyakinan sosial siswa atau latar belakang mereka. Selain itu, konten mempromosikan keterlibatan dan otonomi siswa. Selain itu, konten berisi isu-isu kehidupan nyata yang menantang pembaca untuk berpikir kritis tentang pandangan dunianya dan disajikan baik secara topikal maupun fungsional dengan cara yang logis dan terorganisir. Selain itu, isi materi menarik dan memotivasi siswa.
The objectives of the textbooks. The results of analysis indicated that the objectives of the textbooks did not demonstrate the various levels of Bloom's taxonomy. In addition, the objectives did not recognize individual differences, nor did they suit the level of their learners. Also, the objectives could not be covered within the time allocated for the textbook.
Here, the language type of textbooks. Hasil analisis menunjukkan bahwa bahasa yang digunakan dalam buku teks itu otentik, yaitu seperti bahasa Inggris, kehidupan nyata, dan buku teks menyertakan materi untuk pekerjaan pengucapan, suara individu, tekanan kata, intonasi, dan lain-lain. Ada sedikit penekanan pada penggunaan bahasa. Selain itu, pelajar tidak diberikan contoh cara mereka dapat menggunakan bahasa asing di masa depan di luar pengalaman sekolah. Selain itu, konsep-konsep baru dan kritis tidak didefinisikan dalam glosarium atau dijelaskan ketika pertama kali diperkenalkan dalam teks. Terakhir, bahasa yang digunakan sesuai dengan tingkat pelajaran. That's all from you. Thanks for your attention. I'm sorry for the mistakes. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.